What's up, everybody? This your girl. I'm Miss Chrissy though with StreetChurchMusic, and I got my girl Bink here with me today. Okay.
What's up?
Yes, it's about to go down. And so yes, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Bink. I'm a music artist. I'm a Christian rapper. I suppose everybody feels like weird about that term, but I'm a Christian rapper. I'm a rapper that's Christian. I sing. I'm a musician. I'm a music engineer. I also produce. I make beats and other cool things like that. And yeah, I love God, and that's what I'm all about.
So you said that you were a musician, engineer, rapper, you sing. And so I was just watching the news and they were talking about how, like, because I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, and
Okay.
they had a story about like how some of the venues are like they're struggling with the pandemic.
Okay.
So like, how has the pandemic impacted your life and your music, like separately? You know what I'm saying? Like one part, like how has it impacted your life? Second part, like how has it impacted your music?
Okay. First of all, shout out to Ohio, because I'm in Columbus, Ohio. Turn up! So with the pandemic, honestly, I feel like it was a good thing for me personally. I feel like now that I'm home more often, it gives me time to focus on the things that I need to do and the things that I want to do. So like, having a 9-to-5 job, when you're at work, sometimes it feels like somebody's always looking over your shoulder, and it's like, okay, and you have to work harder rather than smarter. Now that I'm home, I feel like I get more work done here, and I work more efficiently, all while not having to feel like someone is watching over me. And my mind is free. I get to think about the things that I want to do in my personal life rather than, okay, I'm working and, oh, I'm doing it, I promise. No, but yeah, I think it's been great. I feel like this year I've been really productive. Just with, like, I've released my project Blue Skies, that I've been trying to get out. Just having a 9-to-5 is just weird.
Congratulations.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. And I've done like just different things over my social media, and people have really interacted with that and enjoyed it. So I'm excited to like continue to push forward and just to, I don't know, kind of delve into this new work ethic that I have. So I'm excited.
And so like in your music life, you've been more productive, but like now, so you're working from home now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I did that for a while. I did. But I got a 4-year-old. It's a situation. You know, he a little bit bossy. He is so bossy. I just be like, oh my God.
I couldn't imagine, man. Yeah. My little niece, she just turned 1 in October. My brother brought her over, he was just stopping by, and she's like running, and I'm like, oh, I want to say hi, but I'm on the phone, and it's just like a lot going on. So I can imagine, like, or I can't imagine, like, man, it's a lot with.
Shout out to the parents that are now teachers and counselors and principals and chefs. And I don't even see how people are like working and doing homeschool at the same. It's not fair. Like, I promise it's not. That's a lot.
Yeah. I was talking with my mom yesterday, and she was telling me like just the amount of kids who haven't gone back to school since the pandemic, and that was, I forget the number. It was a huge number though. And I didn't even take that into account. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's so many kids out there that are not being schooled right now. Like, it's too much.
It is. It really is. Like I have a 13-year-old and he's making straight A's all of a sudden. I don't even know. I'm like, really? So everything, I guess, is working out for him. He's in the 8th grade. So, you know, but I feel for the parents who, because he's like really smart. So, I mean, but I know some parents are like struggling with being able to focus because it's a lot. It's a lot. But see, he's 14, but he's really 34. And he's like, you know, mentally. It's just he, you know, he's just wise. So I just be like, okay, but I'm the mama though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
know your place,
right.
son.
So, yeah. So I wasn't surprised when he was like, Mom, I got straight A's. I was just like, oh, okay.
Yo, I've been hearing a lot of stories like that though. Yeah. Like just when kids started working from home or doing school from home, they started acing stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Because I got my degree online. Like, so for me, it was like, I went to traditional college, but then back then I was like smoking and going to the studio still like, but the one class I could pass was the computer class. And it was like, I didn't even have to try. And it was just like, follow the instructions. And I would do my homework in the class and still had an A, and I never had to study. That's why I was like, well, maybe I should go to school online because my computer class, it worked. So, I mean, you know, I like online schools. It's just like you get straight to the assignment. You see how many zeros not to have, and you just, you know, but everybody's different though.
Yeah, see, I didn't get to go to college. I thought about it, but it was like, I don't know what I would really go for.
Well, no, it's a waste of money.
Just very.
I mean, okay, so here's my thing on education. Okay. If you want to be like a doctor or a lawyer or something that you're going to go right into what the thing is, then yeah, you know, but like, I think I went for communications and I ended up like being a pharmacy tech and then at the hospital and all. It has nothing to do. So I think that if a person is passionate about something, it's cheaper to just like self-educate on whatever it is you like. You know what I'm saying? And trust God, because it's really overrated. It really is. Like, I promise.
Yeah.
My mom was just like, oh, you have to do it. But I was like, now I'm looking back, I'm like, people who, like, I've met people in the business arena who don't even really have like a high school diploma and they're multimillionaires and they make like $1 million a month. So
yeah, it's different. It's different nowadays. Like back then we didn't have access to the information we have now. Like I didn't go to college, but like I got my certification in IT. And so then I started working in that field. And for whatever reason, like a lot of people say that music and IT kind of go hand in hand with like engineering and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I mean, it obviously does in my case, but yeah. So like nowadays you can just literally, like all of my classes that I was taking for IT, I was learning them from YouTube. Like literally,
that's what
everything is online. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Save your money, people. I know it's not what the people want to hear, but before you go into a situation, just save your money. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm save your money, save your coins. Okay. But so I wanted to talk because I'm excited that you are a female rapper. There's a lot going on in the mainstream industry, you know what I'm saying, as well as in the CHH space. And I just want to know what's your opinion about WAP. I'm gonna start off though. I'm gonna tell you my opinion first, and then I'm not gonna back you into the corner. So overall, like, what is the impact you believe that it's having on the culture? So for me personally, you know, I kind of have mixed emotions because I am married. I personally don't recommend people who not married to listen to it, especially not kids. I feel like what they're doing to this next generation of kids coming up by not protecting them like with the content that they're putting out is not good. Like, I know you have to have those conversations with your children, but I almost feel like sometimes the music pushes the conversation faster than, you know what I'm saying, you want to have it. Like, it's mad uncomfortable to sit down and talk about some of these things. So we like to resort to Christian rap for my son who's 14, because of course he's gonna hear, you know, other things because he plays the PS5 game and stuff. But like, we at least try to, you know what I'm saying, say, oh, well, go listen to KB, or go listen to a Lecrae, or go listen to, you know what I'm saying, Trip Lee or something, so that's like an alternative. So the impact on the culture, I don't really think that, I'm not trying to be a hater, I'm just saying, like, I don't think it validates, I don't think it sends a good message to the women who want to be MCs. Like, back in the day, we had Queen Latifah, we had MC Light, we had all these women who actually kept their clothes on, right? Shout out to Rhapsody. You know, I've watched that one show with JD about, you know, the rap game, and I've seen some of the young women who went into it as children, and then they grow up, and, you know, to see what they're wearing and how they're presenting themselves is very sad, because in a lucrative, what can be a lucrative space for women, if if God puts that thing on you where you had that grace and favor like that, I think it's just sad that this is what they have to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's almost like they have to water down their message. And so I'm just hoping and praying that we'll get to a day and a time where it's about not just the bars and not just the catchy hooks and not just about explicit content, but it could really be about storytelling and teaching and stuff like that again. And so that's what I like about the CHH space, because, like, it gives you the opportunity to be a lyricist, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to resort to those other tactics that they be on sometimes. So how do you feel about it?
Yeah, so I mean, I would say I feel the same way. Like, one, I feel like when it comes to women in general, they want to, the industry, as in the industry always tries to over sexualize women and objectify them, like their bodies are pieces of meat, you know, like, oh, you know, they look this way, and oh, it's like it's a tactic of the enemy. And it's like, I mean, it's hard to like debate that with people who aren't Christian, you know, because it's like they'd have no standard of morality, really. But it's like it's really hurting our culture, and it's hurting our kids, because they feel like they have to, in order to make it, you know, they have to look this way, or, you know, just play the part of, you know, it's prostitution. If we gonna keep it real, like, you're selling your body in order to make some money, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and one another thing that kind of upsets me is how how they, I'll just, I can say Meg, since we're talking about Meg. I ain't trying to like slash.
No, I mean, but see, the thing, I'm from Houston, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, be yourself. That's all I can say. I mean, you see a person, and, you know, I'm not trying to talk about her either, but what I see and what I see, it doesn't match.
Yeah. And it doesn't, though. And
there's something else in there, you know what I'm saying? And with that level of influence, it could really be very impactful, but I don't know what's going on with that, where it's just like the other stuff comes out.
It's like a thing where they kind of glorify it and make it some sort of women empowerment type movement. And it's like, that ain't it. Like, that's not how you empower yourself. I understand, like, you know, oh, be who God created you to be. If you got curves, then, like, yeah, God gave you all of those great things, right? But the way that you use them you have to take that into effect too. Like, like what people see, especially like when men look at women, if you're putting yourself in a light where you're just over sexualizing everything, you're making yourself this, you limit yourself down to just an object. And I don't think that's what we as people even want to be. We want to be more, we want to be valued at something higher than just what we look like, you know, what we like. There's something, you know, we act as though we can you know, show our sexuality and flaunt it to the highest extent, and then expect people to treat us like we're valuable human beings. And it's like, that's not the way that you portrayed yourself on TV. Like, if that's what you're gonna be, then be that 100% of the time. Like, even I saw she did an SNL a SNL performance, and the messages were kind of clashing, because she was singing the Savage song, and and then in between the songs she had like this sort of Black empowerment message where she's like calling out the names of the people who died at the hands of police brutality and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, I think it's dope that you calling all this out, but then when you come back to the whole song about like the messages are not the same. So you got to pick which one you want to do.
Make it make sense, please. I didn't see here goes my thing right here. Like, I was talking to my husband, and I was just saying to him, like, if you want to pull the Black Lives Matter card, we have to look at where we come from as a people.
Mm-hmm.
They used to put us on top of a display with nothing on. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for some of my listeners, but we were degraded in such a way where now we have the opportunity to put something on and present ourselves the way we want to. At one point, as you know, African American people and slaves and stuff, like, they didn't have a choice. They were like, oh, look at her over here, she's for sale, and just stripped her down, and everybody was looking at her. And you know what I'm saying? It's no different from what we see. So it's just a matter of us valuing ourselves and our ancestors and being like, you know what? My great grandmother didn't have a choice. I have a choice. I could clothe myself with respect and dignity and present myself in a way, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful out here. That's when you know Black Lives Matter for real, because it's like I'm honoring my ancestors by embracing the fact that I have enough dignity and respect to not be degraded on that level. But it's like they're doing it like, and I mean, being influenced by, you know, the music industry is a situation in and of itself. So, but that's why I like Christian, you know, the Christian hip hop or CHH genre, because it's like, God loves us so much that he gave you a space where you could be yourself virtuously and lead other women into it. And he gave you a gift to where people will be attracted to your gift. And it's like, when they see you, they see, you know, a testament of, yeah, hey, you could live for God and still be lit. You could totally put some clothes on and they're cute, and, you know, they keep it moving. Like,
right. And make some money on top of that. Like you can earn a living by doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a huge message. And like, shout out to Lecrae, because like he got it the right way, the way that, you know, everybody who lives this Christian life wants to strive for. Not that that's the end all be all or anything like that, but it was just the fact that he was able to do it. Like, I think that's fire. And he didn't like, well, that could be debatable. People could say, oh, he sold his soul, but like, overall, his message has always been Christ. And like, he did it the right way. So
yeah, I think I don't think he sold his soul. I just think that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? No,
right.
nobody. Most of the people who talking smack have never had to sit in the conference rooms he has had to sit in. They've never had to have those media conversations with those executives that he had, and ultimately, I can't say what I would do or say if I was put in those situations, but I do. When he won that Grammy, it meant something for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, to me, like regardless as to how he was carrying himself, like it did something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It meant something. Like it was just like it solidified something. Like, hey, wait a minute. Like Christian rappers aren't corny, and you could rap about God, and you can rap about, because I think he kind of freed us because he took us outside of you can only just rap about the gospel, and he expanded us to like politics and life and things that you've gone through, and hey, it's okay for you to be lyrical and you know, still talk about God and still talk about your human side and talk about everything, because I think hip-hop is pain on wax. You know what I'm saying? It's pain on wax. Like what have you been through? That's where it was born from, like the struggle of it all, and then just marry it with what's going on, the sound of the culture, and it's a situation. So I think in a lot of times when you're a pioneer, like you just get attacked because they don't understand. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't.
For sure. Right. You're paving the way for everybody else. So it's like you're the first one to encounter. Like everybody who's the first will get. You know, everybody who's the first, like they get the brunt of pretty much everything.
Right. So, I mean, you know how hard it is to cross over into regular radio?
Yeah.
Like, that's a situation to be able to, even though no matter how far he goes, I know he's always coming back home. I know where the roots are. I could see the bigger picture. And even though we might get in our feelings because we don't understand it sometimes, like, what is this? But I'm happy that we're at as a culture. I think CHH is a culture. I don't think it's been nurtured properly or cultivated all the way properly or received or respected by mainstream, but it doesn't matter. As long as God put us here, as long as we have God's anointing, that's all that matters.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes. And so how does it feel to be a woman in CHH?
You know what? Honestly, it's kind of fun. It's fun because there's I mean, I feel like, so I've been rapping for a long time. I've been rapping since I was 12 years old. And so I feel like when I was first starting as a teenager, I didn't see a bunch of girl rappers at all. Like I used to be with this group called Infinite International, and yeah, we would go to just like different shows and venues and things like that, and I wouldn't see, like I would feel special because I was the only girl, you know, kind of doing it, and or that I saw, and there would be like one here, one there, and it was cool to see. But honestly, being a part of CHH as a female is dope. I don't know. I feel like there are, especially now, there's like a flood of women artists that are just like killing it. And I'm like, yo, where did y'all come from? Like, I think social media really opened it up too, because like I wasn't hearing, I don't remember any like pioneers that really like kind of like just was.
Well, for me, it was Erica Combo with Canton Jones.
Heck yeah.
And Erica Mason. Shout out to Erica Mason. Like, I wasn't really seeing a lot of people, but I saw Erica Mason has a spirit of excellence on her. Man, I love her. And and Erica Combo. Those were like the two that I would see like back in 2016.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep, I actually remember Erica Combo when I was a teenager. So I lied about that. But and actually, yeah, I'm lying. There's definitely like female pioneers in the game.
Yeah, and V Rose. Oh my God, she is a V.
Oh, V Rose she's crazy. She's crazy. But yeah, but yeah, being a female in this genre is, I don't know, it's just dope. And I feel like the community of female artists in our genre, like I've gained so many relationships with these girls that I feel like, I don't know, it's really weird. Like my friend Lex Divine, I'm not sure if you know her, but
I think so.
Yeah, she's another artist, and man, like I can say that I really gained a friendship out. It's not just like, oh, we do music together and we're friends. No, like we talk on the phone about anything other than music, you know. And like I've been able to like just connect with a lot of different female artists, and I think that that community is like um I don't know the word that I want, but it's not, it doesn't feel like it's just a bunch of girls doing music, but it almost feels like a family. Like I feel like we all truly support each other for real though.
It's not like competitive like that. Like in traditional hip hop, it's just like, you know, one person could be the person, but with the CHH, it's just like everybody wants to see each other win. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shine and thrive, and not just like in the career, but spiritually too. That's kind of like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and man, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just different. That's something I haven't really experienced. And I don't know if that's because I was like younger and I was coming up with a bunch of like guys, and I don't know, but I know that now the dynamic is different where I have like people I can actually connect with and bond with at the same time.
It's almost like a sisterhood. I hate to say it like that.
It
really is, because like I'd be happy to see any, like I did an interview with Mikey last Thursday, and I saw something, she did this song called Struggling With Me, and when I scroll and I see a video or some music or something and it's a sister, I promise, like it don't matter who
Let's go.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, wait. I can't even hardly function. If I'm driving, I'm like, wait. I gotta calm down, because there's so much good music, and you know, I just can't wait for it, because I believe God is working some things out. Like I almost feel like some people say CHH is dead. I feel like it's just starting. It's just being born and birthed. It's evolving into, it's growing into something that we have never seen before, and it's gonna be like a tsunami. Like that's just how I feel, because we be having bars in CHH.
Okay. Period. Like you know what? I don't really, or I don't ever really listen to the radio. It just seemed like stupid to me. You know, they don't be talking about nothing, and like the beat is hard, right? But like me as a consumer of music, like I want more than just, and I don't know. I feel like the generation that's coming up, you know, they love music that they can dance to, and you know, that sounds good. That just make them feel good, right? But I think there's different artists and things like that that have the duality of both. Like not only the beat is hard, but they talking about something.
Right.
Like talk about something, man.
Say something.
I just be feeling a way about I have this whole theory, like it seems like a big conspiracy to me.
Oh,
Because
it is.
you remember, you know what we used to, like, we as in rappers, like, you know what the messages used to be like when we first started. And I feel like the industry kind of just took it over. And like and I mean, if you listen to like a hip hop station, you hear the types of things they talk about and the community that it's directed towards. And then you turn it to a different station and they won't, like, those types of songs that are on the hip hop station will never be allowed. Like songs like WAP, like how is that on the
I
radio?
don't understand.
It's a rated R song, bruh. Like
I
how
don't.
is that on daytime? Like not even day. It's just radio. Period. Like not satellite. Like FM radio. And so like they'll never play that type of song on another station that this other culture, not that they don't want to hear it, because if they want to hear it, they'll definitely, turn, but that's not what they're feeding them.
Right.
And I just feel like it's just a way to just, I mean, it stifles our community.
It does. And
It's jacked
it's
up.
strategic. It's strategic. And that's why it's so hard for CHH to break through, because we are like, hip hop was created to teach.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? KRS-One back in the day. They don't know nothing about that. But it was created to teach, and somewhere along the line people saw the value and the impact, and they tried to like corrupt it. And I think that the reason why CHH gets such pushback is because we have that same weight of being able to teach and impact the culture, speaking their language, and it's almost like a threat. So, but I think that we work for God, so he's gonna make a way, and he's gonna allow it to flourish and reach the people, because really it's really about the people. It ain't even about nothing but just getting the word and the love of Christ to the people, and to let them see like CHH is Jesus coming down in the flesh. Like he's coming through trap beats. Like, yeah, I know you in the hood. Yeah, I know your peoples is locked up. Yeah, I know y'all got high abortion rates. Right? And I hear a lot of men talking about abortion. But, we the ones who have to, like, my and I know the election is over, but I feel like I can say something. Look, I'm getting you in all kind of trouble. She like, Jesus.
Say what you gonna say, man. It's true.
She like, wait a minute, sis is going off today. But I feel like my perspective of abortion is, I lived in the projects with one of my friends. She rapped like Jay-Z, and she could sing like Beyonce. She kind of rapped like Jay-Z mixed with Young Jeezy. And we would spend hours in the music room instead of going to class, just writing, singing, harmonizing. And I was living with her, and she had 2 abortions within 6 months, living in the projects, couldn't take care of the kids. Her baby daddy got shot in the doorway. We would go to the store, get the Black and Mild, come back, and we would have to lay on the floor because of the gunshots in the projects in Cleveland. So I didn't understand, because it's hard for me to have kids. I used to get mad at her. Like, I had to walk up there with her and try to talk her out of it, but she did it anyway. And so people are like, well, why are they doing this? And why is it happening so much in that community? Because it's like a war zone, and I'm not justifying it, but I didn't agree with it. But in disenfranchised communities that suffer from extreme poverty and gunfire and gangs and violence, her baby daddy was scared to come to the house because he got shot in both of his legs, and he was almost paralyzed. Even with his mama, he couldn't even come and see his kids because the dudes in the projects like just wanted to shoot him because he wasn't from there. You know what I'm saying? So
it's more than it's more than just like, we gotta end abortion. It's like that's the surface issue. The abortion is the surface issue. There's a root issue that poverty, we're not talking about.
And violence.
Like, like there's so much nuance to that subject that people overlook, and they'll say, yo, God said thou shalt not murder and all this stuff, but they won't address the root of the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how
And
did these guns get in the hood? Who brought the machine? Never mind.
Shoot, like those are the things that I feel like, they just don't want to talk about, because I mean, honestly, they probably don't care. They just want to vote for who they want to vote for, and they justify it by topics like abortion, because
and they don't do anything. Like, maybe they might take some of the Planned Parenthood money, but I am pro-life because, I struggle to have children. Like, it took me 10 years in between my kids, and so if I get pregnant, I'm having the baby. I don't know about nobody else. Okay, but look, I do say, get married first, because raising kids is tough. Like, I couldn't even picture doing it by myself. Like, it is a lot. And shout out to all the single mothers. My mom is a single mother, but if I had to choose between being a single mother and trying to, have my kids, because I feel like we should normalize 2-parent families. You know what I'm saying? We should normalize a mommy and a daddy. We should normalize going to therapy. You know what I'm saying? So that your parents can communicate with each other without getting a divorce. Like, people talk about Will and Jada or whatever, and when Will brought back Vivian on that thing, you could tell he been in therapy. You could tell by the way he talks. And I so admire that about him, that he invested in himself and in his mental health to get therapy, so that it helps him be a better communicator, not just with his wife, but with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what we need. So every time he gets up there and he speaks, and you could tell that he's been through, a lot of therapy, I'm just like, that's what we need in our community. We need to know how to have conversations, like the hard conversations, without like falling apart.
Right. That's real. Yeah, I'm in therapy myself. Like, I just started last year around this time. And so, like, just understanding like my different triggers and just the trauma that I've been through, it's really helpful, because like when you deal with trauma and stuff like that, and you don't know how to process it or deal with it, it just gets passed right down the line to all your kids, to other people that you interact with. And it's like, that ain't the will of God for none of us. Like, he wants us to be, live life and life more, but like, he really wants that for us. And that is, that I feel like in our culture too, sometimes therapy is shunned, and I feel like it's being embraced more nowadays. But like, I think therapy is dope. You just need to find the right person that will help you. You got to know, you can try different people out too, but therapy is dope. It's helping me out a whole lot, like, just to be able to process and to not let those things that trigger me send me over the top, but to like really it's like a stabilizer. It allows you to put I don't know, one thing that would make you go crazy into the right file bin in your brain, and you'll be able to process it right. That's the best way I can put it. It's dope.
Agree 100%, because when Will Smith talks, I be like, man, he whoever his therapist is cold. Okay. Brother man knows the terms. Okay.
Yeah.
He knows the terminology. I mean, it's like a different language. Okay. I'm just like trying to rewind it so I could pick up some of that game. I'm like, you pay some good money for your therapy. I could reap the benefits of your healing. Okay. Let me just see what he said again.
But that's real though. That's real. Yeah. Like, it changes our vocabulary when we start talking right. and like it's a domino effect for real. Like it really helps everybody when you get yourself right, you know.
Yes, it's a blessing to the world. Okay.
to the world.
Yes. So tell us about your project, your latest project that you just recently released.
Yes. So I just dropped my project Blue Skies, and I'm excited about it. A lot of people who've heard it, who've been following my music for a while, say this is my best project. A lot of people like. I'm getting some great feedback from it. It's a 5-song mixtape. All of the songs on there, I produce. I produce all the songs. Obviously it's a mixtape, so I'm using heavy samples, and that's why it's not for digital distribution like on Apple and stuff like that. But yeah, I produced all the songs, I mixed all the songs. I featured some dope artists on there. Aziza Allen, she's a poet, she lives here in Columbus, Ohio. uh we got Priest, that's my eldest brother. He's the reason why I started rapping in the first place. But he's on there, and then another rapper who lives in Ohio. His name is Armand Wake Up. Um, all dope artists. I mean,
I
I
think.
had
Wait
to
a
put
minute.
them on.
Ohio might be working with something.
Ohio is the place. I'm
just
telling you.
saying. I'm just saying, because I hate to say it, but you know, Mulatto was lightweight born in Ohio, little Bow Wow. I'm just saying, and now we got a whole bunch of Christian hip hop situations. So I'm just saying.
There was a I think there was I don't know if it was on Rapzilla or what, but there was some sort of article talking about when the Cavs were winning championships. They compared Ohio to like the Cavs of CHH, you know.
Are you serious?
Yes, because of all the dope artists we got. Like there's so many CHH artists living in Ohio.
See,
like
we're gonna have to figure something out, okay? We're gonna have to figure something
Don't
out.
make me start going down the list, because I can do it. Like we have so many. We have so many that live here. Like I be perplexed sometimes. Like, yo, how do we literally have everybody dope here? Like it's I don't know. I don't know how it worked out that way, but
no, but Ohio, like because I'm from Houston. I was born in Houston, but my parents met in Cleveland. I was made in Cleveland, but somehow I ended up in Houston. I was raised there, but the thing, like as somebody who's from somewhere else, the thing about Ohio is it's like kind of country on the lower part, but up north it's like New York vibes, and then on the side you got Illinois and Chicago vibes. So it's like a mixture between Kanye and Jay-Z and the Dirty South and everything. It's like a gumbo, right? So you don't know what you gonna get. Like if you get an Ohio artist, they gonna be pulling from the East Coast, the Illinois, down south a little bit, and it's just gonna come out like a blender, like crazy bars. That's all I know.
You know, like everybody who live here sounds different though. Like
yes.
Let me think about this. Yeah, all the artists. I don't know. I was born here. I don't know where everyone else was born. I was born here, but my whole family's from California. So, like, ever since like I was a kid, people would say I have an accent. And when I was younger, people thought I had more of a country accent. Like my friends in school used to be like, "Hi, my name is Paula, and I'm from Texas." So I'm like, "Yeah, better leave me alone." But then I got older, and people think I have more of like a Spanish type. Like they think I'll be playing video games online. I love video games, by the way. But I be playing video games online, and like there was a Mexican kid talking to me. I be playing Fortnite. He was like, do you speak Spanish? He just thought I did because of the way I talk. And I'm like, man, no. So I don't know what it is in my dialect, but for some reason it ain't like I don't know, people's norm. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think people in Ohio sound like people from Cali. For some, it's weird to me. Like, or at least in Cleveland, because I know you in Columbus, and we got different regions and different little seasons of sound.
Uh-huh.
But my husband, he kind of sound like he from up north. And so my accent, I get country when I get mad, or if I hang around country people. Like if I watch The Housewives of Atlanta, I all of a sudden be like dog instead of dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dog.
you know, like, and if I go to Houston, like I'm not going right now because of COVID, but if I go to Houston for like some weeks and come back, I'm gonna be 100% country. But then I hang around my husband, and he got this different accent, like up north, and it's just like if you speak in different languages. You know what I'm saying? Like if I speak Chinese when I get around them, it's just gonna be that, and then it's like you pick it up like the little
Right.
Yeah. So yes, I can relate to having multiple accents. And sometimes my coworkers be like, "Well, who we gonna get today, child? Just don't make her mad. Just don't make her mad. She's gonna be country again."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just say it's a mix of Cali and.
It is. People in Ohio sound like Cali to me. Because when I hear people from California, I'd be like, they sound straight up like Ohio people. Like, I don't even see how it's possible. How is that possible? Like, we way over here.
But yeah, I don't know. Like my family, I don't know. Yeah, they sound different than me, and and you can hear like a little. They kind of like draw out their words a little more, but I don't know. It doesn't sound too different, but I can tell like like my friend's mom is from Cali, and I can hear the similarities of how she talks and how like one of my aunts talks. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know you're asking about the mixtape, and we like went off into a rabbit trail.
You got your mixtape out.
Yeah, so
Blue Skies.
yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm actually dropping some visuals for it too. Yeah, so I've already recorded the visual for the song Blue Skies, and that should be dropping by Thanksgiving this week. So
exclusive. We got
exclusive. So I'm super hyped about that. Just waiting for my editor to get back with me, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop it on Thanksgiving, and then I plan on shooting for all 5 of them. So we'll see what how it goes down the line. But yeah, that's my plan. And yeah, I've seen clips of Blue Skies, and it looks crazy. So I'm so hyped about that.
I am excited. Okay, I told you it don't take a lot to get me excited. Yes, I can't wait. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, also yeah, since it's not on the digital platforms, it is on my Bandcamp page. So that is at bink.bandcamp.com. So everybody out there watching and listening, you can go to bink.bandcamp.com and get it from there, and you can stream it from there as well. So
Okay, so I was gonna ask you how you feel about that COVID vaccine, but I don't know if you know what I'm saying. I told you this was gonna be a conversation. Now, I warned you. I warned you. I did warn you at the beginning. But if you want to plead the fifth, you can plead the fifth, because that's a whole nother situation. So
I mean, I don't know how exactly I feel about it just yet. So I think I might plead the fifth one.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel either. I think I'm just gonna
and I mean, I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough. Where my tea at? Let me drink some water on that.
Look, we just had to. We had to just pretend like, yeah. I don't even think I'm prepared to say how I feel about it. But yes, thank you for chilling with us and taking the chance on a regular conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for having me, man. Like,
Yes.
this was dope. And hopefully we can do it again next
Yeah,
time.
for sure. We are here, locked in. Whenever you got something, we could come back, and it's gonna be conversations, and we don't know what's gonna happen in the world by then, because you know.
So next question you're gonna be like, so how do you feel about the bomb that exploded in New York? Like,
she gonna be like, I'm ready this time. I've been watching the current events. I thought I was just gonna be getting grilled, and she just really care about how I feel about the world. Like,
you feel about?
yes.
It was lit. It was lit.
Thank you so much, and we will have you back again. Hopefully we can get a copy or a download or something of some music that you would like to share on the radio station, so that we could put it right behind this interview, because we'll have it on the radio and on YouTube so people can see it. So okay, whatever music you would like to share, we'll play it immediately after. But thank you for your time today, and I'm gonna log off now. Yes, so let's go.